Since this weekend is the Brazilian Grand Prix, I want to give a brief overview of the track. Often referred to as the Sao Paulo Grand Prix, it is held at the Autodromo Jose Carlos Pace circuit, but commonly called Interlagos. Though F1 held its first race there in 1973, the track is much older, having been built around 1938, which gives the track a more old school feel with banked corners and more oval like appearance. This is a very curvy track with 15 turns and 2 DRS zones for the drivers' transfers for 71 laps. Sector 1 spans from the checkered line to the entrance of Turn 4. At the checkered line, the drivers catch the tail end of the second DRS zone in the middle of the long straight. They head uphill towards corners 1 and 2, which are called the Senna S, after Ayrton Senna, the famous Brazilian F1 driver. Turns 1 and 2 are tricky as they have different angles of attack and inclination. Between the turns is the first DRS detection zone. This leads directly into the long, wide left-hand bend of Turn 3, called Curva do Sol, before entering the Reta Oposta, which is the longest straight of the track and holds the first DRS zone. The straight ends at the beginning of Turn 4 in Sector 2. Sector 2 runs from Turn 4 to between turns 11 and 12. Descenda do Lago, which are turns 4 and 5, are descending left-hand turns spread over a larger area of track. Turn 4 is close to a 90-degree turn, while Turn 5 is a much more of a gentle bend. There is a small straight before entering the slower part of the track, which begins at the downhill turns of 6 and 7, referred to as ferradura, or horseshoe, because of the shape. This leads directly into Turn 8, Laranilla, which is a hairpin turn in the slowest part of the track. Directly after is Piranino, Turn 9, which is a left-hand half-circle turn that leads to a small straight in the hairpin of Turn 10, which is Bico de Pato. Finishing off this sector is Turn 11, called Maranhulio, which is the long sweeping turn with constant radius. I apologize for any mispronunciation. Sector 3 begins before Turn 12 and stretches to the checkered line. Turn 12 is a sharp left-hand turn that is named Junco. The next few turns are often thought of as a long straight that are taken at full speed, requiring a strong, consistent engine. Drivers travel quickly uphill into Turn 13, Café, which is a bend in the short straight before the second DRS ejection zone and the gentle curve of Turn 14, known as Subida dos Boxes, which looks easy but requires a lot of power from the car as they're still climbing uphill. The drivers are speeding up as they enter the fastest point of the track, which holds the second DRS start zone, starting before the other gentle curve of 15, named Arquibancadas, that connects to the final straight that crosses the checkered line. And that's a brief overview of the Brazilian Grand Prix.